What's up, movie lovers? Today we're going to be taking a deeper look into the new 2025 film Superman. Written and directed by none other than James Gunn, who, if you don't know by now, he did the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy as well as Suicide Squad. And this film had every bit of his style all over it. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but there were many times when I did feel like I was watching parts of his Suicide Squad movie. The CGI and special effects were absolutely top-notch, but I really didn't expect anything less coming from James Gunn. My favorite side character was definitely Lois Lane, played by Rachel Brosnahan. If you don't know who she is, she plays the role of Midge Maisel in the hit TV show The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I think Nicholas Hoult did a much better job portraying Lex Luthor than Jesse Eisenberg did, but I don't think that's really saying too much. The overall tone of the film again felt a lot like a James Gunn movie, but for me it lacked that grittiness that I love about the DC universe and some of the DC films that have been made in the past. I hate to admit it, but the first 90 to 100 minutes of this movie literally just felt like Superman was getting his ass kicked at every possible situation. And if you really think about it, he didn't actually solve any of the conflicts on his own. It was everybody else around him who had to save him on multiple occasions. From the very beginning, it was his dog and robots who had to save him after getting beaten up. When they were fighting the creature that grew to be as tall as a skyscraper, it was Green Lantern and the Justice Group who had to put the monster down. When Superman was being held captive in Lex Luthor's jail cell, it was again Metamorpho who had to create a sun in order to save him. Even getting the news of what Lex Luthor was doing out to the public was all thanks to the reporters at the Daily Planet, and weirdly Lex Luthor's girlfriend and her selfies. Escaping from the closing portal was all thanks to his dog and Mr. Terrific. Needless to say, for being Superman, I feel like he didn't really do very much. And it's an absolute bummer because I really wanted to love this film as much as everyone else does. Even my wife came out of the theater saying it was one of her favorite superhero movies she's ever seen. But it was really hard for me to look past all of the faults that I saw throughout this film. Which is why it pains me to say this, but I'm going to be giving this film 2.5 stars out of 5. I don't think this is necessarily a bad movie, it's just not quite the rendition of Superman that I was hoping for. Maybe I'm biased because I want that dark, gritty tone that DC is known for. But as always, I do encourage you to go watch it and check it out for yourself and see what you think of it. If you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of James Gunn's version of Superman.